Hello, thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast. This is episode 129. I'm Grant Fierro here with Michael Medina as always. Today we're going to talk about what went down this week. Ducky dropped his pro part for Pizza released on Thrasher. Kirby's Shepdogs 5, his second Shepdogs 5 part, was released. Krooked came out the full-length video, LSD, and some other stuff that we're going to get into. But to start us off, Mike, you and I, just before we went live, you were just talking about how stoked you were on Ducky's pro part.
It's impossible not to be. Also, I feel like people that are like longtime viewers of this shit are going to be bummed by all these like random time jumps. And the reason being is that I got a new job, which I start prior to when we would typically be starting. So we had to switch it up a little, but at least it'll be uploaded soon. So you have kind of all day to watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're in the morning now.
Yeah, we're in the morning now. So we're like a morning show. Dude, that's sick, dude.
I think it's kind of tight to do this in the morning.
Yeah. Grant and Mike in the morning.
So,
nah. But anyway, back to Ducky. You know what? Yeah. Back to Ducky. Everyone knows like how stoked I am on pizza in general, and the fact that they started turning dudes pro, and the fact that they turned multiple dudes pro this year. I'm super hyped on that. That's like the shit to me. The thing that I really like about Ducky's part, the thing I really like about Ducky, obviously the dude is a fucking warrior. Utter just like Spartan fucking warrior on a skateboard. But like I hate to say, like, I obviously realize that this dude's body is getting, taxed, but I like seeing him work for tricks. You know what I mean? Like when the fuck have we ever seen Ducky do something first try so far? To our knowledge, at least, is what I should say.
Yeah, I don't know. We definitely see him battle, if that's what you're saying.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like that's what I mean. We see him get smoked trying really, really hard tricks. And I know that when Shane Goes dropped, I made like a huge deal about like having your banger as the first trick and how much I like that. And I'm still same shit. Like dude grinded a 39 stair right out the gate. Like if you're a skateboarder and you like skateboarding, or if you've never even seen skating, chances are you're gonna watch the rest of that shit. You just watch the dude grind 39 stairs.
Yeah, that's quite the way to fire up the part.
That's the hell of a way to fire up a part, especially on a rail like we've never seen before. Like what the fuck? Who skates that?
Yeah, that thing it looked like it was in a forest.
It literally looked like they had to travel on foot to get there.
They might have.
So I mean, I don't know. You know how I am with like spots being blown out and seen a million bajillion times. So like I like seeing shit like that.
Yeah, it was super sick.
You know what I mean?
Is that?
I mean, it's not to downplay the rest of the part.
Is that the highest stair count to be grinded?
Dude, that's what I was thinking, but then it's like there's always like the really little stairs that may equal like a 20, but are like a 40.
Like kind of like a handicap rail, but it's like a stretched out low set, you know?
Right, but like with that, those were like legitimate stairs to like get up a mountain,
like speed wobbling coming off the rail.
I mean, yeah, and especially after the first slam that they showed, where he just like got folded in half.
Dude, he sacked the crossbar, like the support rail.
Do you know what's like kind of fucked up about Ducky for me is like I feel like all of his slams, case scenario slams that you have in your head that you don't want to happen, and they always fucking happen to him. Like, oh, it's an out rail that you may flip over and get folded on. Yeah, I guarantee he's gonna do that shit.
And that slam on that roll-on feeble grind, he misses his truck.
Oh my god, yeah. But then like the clip itself is just like straight fire. Like who does that? Yeah.
And he came in board said like a triple kink. Was in
think about like the 10 kink that he grinded.
Yeah,
straight David Gurbat type rail. Yeah.
I think he definitely has like an excitement factor with the skating.
Absolutely.
To watch. You don't really he's gonna do crazy stuff, but he can go any which way with it.
Are you hyped he's pro?
Oh, definitely.
Are you hyped we got new footage along with his pro announcement?
Yeah, it's the best way to do it.
It's the best way to do it. I fucking love it.
It's the most enjoyable way, at least for the viewers.
I don't know. I think that was. I mean, other than like the mind blowing other shit that dropped this week with like Louie and the LSD, I think that Ducky was like not slept on at all,
Yeah.
which
What was
easily
the-
could have happened.
Yeah, I think there was actually other shows that came out this week that I still haven't even checked out. Because since LSD and Louis dropped, that's been on repeat. Like
Yeah,
realistically, it's all I've been wanting to watch.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's not very often that we just get 7 minutes of it, man.
7 minutes of Louis and 25 minutes of the Krooked team. You know, it's going to be tough to get me to click on something else right now.
Yeah, you're not wrong, especially for free. Like, you didn't pay shit to watch either of those.
Yeah, that's insane. It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, should we go into
I love that.
Should we talk about Louis?
Whatever you want to. What's on the list? I don't want to like to fire everything up and then just have a bunch of boo 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 this happen.
On Louis. Let's talk about actually this was announced yesterday. Samaria Brevard is on Enjoy now. So
it's like didn't they already announce it, but now it's like official.
I don't know if they had said anything before. They may have. But yeah, I don't know. She's officially on now. Which is really sick. And obviously, I mean, it makes sense because she was their guest on King of the Road. And at least based on the show, like it seemed like she was like fitting in super good with the team. And all those dudes seemed stoked on her. And obviously, she's married. So
I think that yeah. Did you see like the like really cool shit she said about the founder of Hoopla too?
I did not.
Yeah, she made like a dedicated post to her and like just about like everything that she's done for her and shit. And like I don't know, it's super rad, man.
Yeah, that's always cool to see. It's cool. Hoopla's sick. I mean, it's cool to see kind of like the opportunities that you could see that the women get from Hoopla. Because it kind of like helps get them out there a lot. And
definitely.
It's sick.
I think that it's looked at as like one of like
to a bigger brand.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's like kind of like a well-respected brand at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I actually, once I saw this announcement, I started to think like what if Lacey Baker will ever switch to a different board sponsor in the future.
I could see it happening, but then at the same time, I could like not see her.
Yeah, I could see her sticking where she's at for a while, which is sick either way. I was just came to my mind.
Yeah, I just think that like her doing the Nike thing, I think kind of anything is possible because I was not expecting that whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we've seen a lot of brands start backing women skateboarders a lot more in the past. I mean, even like year.
Well deserved, like deservingly so.
Smart as buck. Dude, she did a kickflip down double set at Sports Arena at Buster Bell, and that thing's gnarly and crust.
I remember seeing her for the first time. I found out about her a few years ago when Chicago had Super Crown.
Oh, she was there? Oh, did they do the women's contest there?
Yeah, and she didn't skate very well in the competition, but she skated like really well in warm-ups.
Dude, yeah, whenever I've gone to those contests, I really like watching the contests, but like warm-ups is usually my favorite.
Oh, dude, for sure. Especially after this year, like having like the media pass and shit.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Like just cruising around.
Like I'll definitely never forget the Sean Sash that I watched.
Yeah, that crazy front crook across and down.
Dude, he just did everything. He did so many tricks. Like it was just crazy. Like dude put on a demo for sure.
You know what's randomly that just came to my mind that stuck in my head from a street league like years ago was there was that, I don't know where it was at, but it was a quarter pipe. They had a flat bar on top like on the deck and it shot
the one that shot. Yeah.
And then
back. And then what's his face?
Trevor
what's his face nose grinded it though. Back fifth. No, somebody nose grinded it, dude.
Nose grind? Dang. I just remember it shots front feeble the most.
Evan Smith?
I don't know. I
Did Evan nose grind it?
I mean, it might have gone down.
What? Why do I have it like in my head? I don't know why. I remember the shot front feeble very, very well.
I feel like if someone nose grinded it, that they would have had to like on the lips. Like I don't know if they could pop all the way to the tranny off that.
Evan can.
That's insane. That front feeble looks so sick though.
Evan does 540s, dude.
So does your boy Zion and Cater.
I fuck with anyone doing 540s.
Tyson
Yeah, but he
Bowerman
does them like
downstairs.
forward. He does them forward though.
Who?
Evan, like he
What do you
does them regular stance. Like he doesn't. I feel like a lot of people will do it like the full cab way.
Oh, well, not Zion.
Yeah, definitely not Zion. He does that shit torqued as fuck, dog.
Cater
Upside
does like
down.
back threes and then just whips a 180 at the end. It looks insane.
Yeah, that does. Especially when he does it on like quarter pipe hips.
It looks so sick.
It looks crazy. Cater, dude, that kid is so fucked up.
He's sick. It was actually
He's
funny,
so
like
sick.
random story. I was at a park here just outside of San Diego the other day, and then I hear Cater, and then like I look over, and then he's just like saying hi to all these kids. He's like, "What up?" And he just starts skating the park, and it was pretty sick to see like how stoked people were on Cater right there.
Dude, I mean, especially if you're a little kid, man, because you can relate to him, but then he's also like on this like
another level
of skating.
It's so good. Yeah, he's
14, Grant.
I know.
Like, he's 14. Like imagine when he's 24.
Dude, I just want to see where he's at in like when he's 18.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like he's nowhere near his prime yet.
Well, I mean, dude, yeah, he's 14. Like he's still short and like his shoes are really small. Like wait
the dude yeah,
crazy to see how he skates.
Yep. I want to see. I can't wait till like Diego is in his like serious prime shit.
Diego Naheda.
Like 2 years, 3 years, I feel like Diego's just gonna be like, yeah.
Well, so if he's not,
he just turned pro last year, right?
Tables the long ways, and
he's not in his prime, dude. He just started, man. He's got a long way to go.
Dude, he's insane.
Down as one of like the style gods.
You know what's sick? For some reason, I watched his ETN Redemption episode, like right when it dropped, when he kickflips over that table.
The long way.
And it was cool hearing him talk about it when he says, I've never been so uncomfortable going so fast at anything in my life. And I was like, dude, that is gnarly. Going full speed at the long way of a table would be so scary.
It's something that, you can't even see the other side of it.
Dude, if you just go that speed and try to jump over the table, that is gnarly. Like not even popping your board or anything. Like just getting your body to the other side is already gnarly. It's insane.
Club too, he is definitely hauling ass, man.
He's dipping. He's got his long legs are pushing so hard.
Yeah.
Shifties that kickflip backside like a little bit. Lands all perfect. If you haven't seen that,
I still think he has like the weirdest haircut in the game.
You should watch it because I mean, not only for that kickflip, but Spanish Mike is so funny in that episode. You just need to see it. It's hilarious. New Balance released a video this week called Parallax. I believe it was on Gray Skate Mag. It was from a trip. It included, I mean, the filming and editing was really sick. Russell Houghton, who's done a lot of projects for New Balance in the past. Did you watch this, Mike?
I did. The one thing I can say about, like, I just randomly, it's funny that we bring in this, well, not funny, obviously we're going to talk about shit that happened, but there's like a New Balance post on Instagram that they did where they like describe their, like why they put numbers on their shoes.
Oh, I saw people like put that on his story.
Dude, it is, I definitely recommend you reading that because it like gave me some like kind of insight into their company a little bit. I just think it's rad because like I personally did like the interview with Davis, you know, for Thrasher and shit.
Yeah.
Which if you haven't gone to read that, go check it out right now, thrashermagazine.com. But that in the interview I did with Davis, it was like he seemed genuinely so stoked on how like a majority of, if not the entire office at the New Balance facility, they all skate and like actually have input in the skating world and like pay attention to what's going on, you know? And it's kind of cool. Like that brand is like really growing on me, especially like me being like kind of wishy-washy about them when I first heard like New Balance is making skate shoes. I was like kind of like, what the fuck? Because I picture them as like this like grandpa shoe company, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like really, really iffy about it at first, and now like I don't know, probably like a year or two later, I'm like fully on. Like I'd wear New Balance for sure, no fucking problem right now, and like be cool about it. I'd be like, yeah, I'm stoked on these New Balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember
Which I
it's
never
really
thought I'd say in my entire life.
but I remember it exactly like where I was, just because me and my friend were just like tripping out when New Balance announced that they were like New Balance Numeric was starting and they had PJ Lab.
And PJ,
And I was like, what is going on? Like, why is New Balance
Yep.
like this is so weird? And it was just mainly because I had the same thought as you. It was like the first thing that's gonna pop in my mind when I hear New Balance is those white leather shoes that old people
Your
wear
grandpa wears
with the end with the blue end on it.
Yeah, you're not
But
wrong.
I mean, they've honestly like they put out great videos, and they have a really cool team, and that's to me like undeniable.
the team.
They put out a lot of footage of like sick whatever like 10, 15 minute, and then they put out tricolor, like a lot of really cool consistent stuff. Which
that's a little bit different too. It doesn't like feel like we've seen it before.
Yeah, their video projects.
I still think that Alexis little project was the shit.
That was sick. That was really sick.
I don't know. I think a lot of the stuff that they're doing right now, along with like how unique their team is, I think that it's a really good move for them to, or not move for them. I think it's really good to like they're in a really good position moving forward.
Yeah,
especially like in a time where like quote unquote core shoe brands are dying. It's like you either get with it now or fucking, you know what I mean, regret it later.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to try and make it into
skateboarding. Oh God, I can only imagine. Yeah. I mean, we've seen Puma like stick their fucking toes in and then go, nah.
Yeah, I mean, so regardless of what the outcome is for any brand, at the end of the day, like at least they're not doing what Puma did. You know,
man, I feel like
just see.
I agree, especially how Joey put him on blast afterwards.
I feel like Puma, I also think like if you're only gonna half go in, you're not gonna get what you want out of it. So like, why even do it?
Especially when you have Paul
like you know, like they're not gonna get what they want out of it if they're not gonna like actually commit to it. Like we saw them do some cool stuff. Like Joey always had shoes to hook up kids and like little stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's not really even cool stuff. That's just like them using their minimal fucking basic, like minimal things to try to grow their brand.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been sick if they were giving Paul Hart colorways and.
Yeah, like what the fuck, dude?
Like
he was on Transworld and Thrasher.
Yeah, he was on covers. He was going in at the time. Not that he's not now.
Like, dude, if
popping off.
Skateboarding, that's like the only thing that, like, not the only thing, but like in other sports, getting on the cover of a magazine, like other than Sports Illustrated, who gives a shit? Like, there's no like accolade to it anymore, you know. But like in skating, it's like if you're on the cover of a magazine, that's like a huge deal.
Yeah, that's probably a crazy feeling, and obviously, like your sponsors.
I can only imagine. Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, especially if you're wearing the shoes that these people are giving you, and you're, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're on the cover of. I mean, you're on the cover of Thrasher. Like a lot of people are going to see that. A lot,
dude. A million, like probably like a million plus. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
not the magazine itself, you're going to see a photo of the cover.
However many people go and buy it at 7-Eleven or at Ralph's or wherever, and then everyone just posts a photo of the cover on Instagram now, so it's everywhere.
You're not wrong.
But before we move on, I just realized we didn't even talk about this video. Frankie Villani somehow front feebles a curved rail and pops out into grass and hangs onto it.
We didn't even talk about the video.
That's definitely what stuck in my head the most from that. I enjoyed the thing start to finish. But that front feeble, I was like, how did he just... I mean, it's a curved rail in the first place. Gnarly. And just going into the grass, it was sick.
I didn't even realize that his ankle was hurt like that.
What was that?
I never realized that his ankle was, like, hurt like that. Like, he's talking about, like, he hasn't been able to flick his board for a while and shit.
Yeah, I actually saw him post about that as well.
I didn't even know that.
Ankle problems are the worst.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Thing ever. 5-minute video. One actually interesting thing was this video came out the same day that Ty Evans released a 1-minute trailer for the Flat Earth, And if you watch that in this video, the kind of like parallel mirrored image type stuff that they got going on is very similar, which is kind of just cool to see that Ty and Russell had like a similar concept and both did their thing, and they just happened to drop on the same day. It was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm still really looking forward to this duets video.
That's gonna be sick. Transworld said that's coming out summer of 18.
Summer bummer.
Why? You want it sooner?
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Like,
Westgate killed it in this Parallax thing, Mike. I feel like you're like that Westgate.
Westgate's
And
the
Surrey,
man.
your boy Surrey had some sick footy.
Surrey, man, legend. SD legend for sure. Don't you guys love him?
Yeah, SD loves everyone on Skate Mafia, as they should.
Yeah.
And Mafia premiere this Saturday. Full-length video. Brain gone.
Keelan? Or Kellen, I mean? Kellen James?
Yeah, Kellen's going to have a part, I'm sure.
Dude, Kellen's like literally the most underrated skateboarder.
Dude, those dudes are out in the streets all the time.
Doing really, really hard tricks.
Dude, I'm excited to see. I mean, it's really cool to see Dan Connolly out there killing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy on ledges. I'm psyched.
What about Marshall
sure.
is the one that's like insanely good.
Dude, he's got front nose slide and ollie big heel. So good. Like as random as that is to say, as like a trick he has good. Like obviously if you watch his video parts, you know. He could take so many variations out of that.
And he has crazy board control, and he'll probably never get a board.
Alexis, you just never know what he's gonna pull out.
You know he's gonna front feeble, and you know he's gonna backsmith, and you know he's gonna front crook for sure.
And then after that, it's just gonna get insane. He's probably gonna sit on those grinds for like half an hour. Pop out, flick out.
Yeah, that dude's no joke. Isn't he super young too?
Yeah, he's. I think he's my age. I think he's 19.
Damn, how's that feel?
No, I don't care. I just like to watch him. Same age. Dude, I went to PQ Park 2 weeks ago. I parked. Well, actually, the funny thing was, I had randomly, because Mafia street skating around here all the time. So like we'll run into them. So like that weekend we ran into them at a ledge spot filming, and then the next day we ran into them at a skate park. Into Wes. Wes was there with the homie. And then like 3 days later, I go to the park again, and Mafia's there again. Seriously, first thing I walk in the gate, Alexis, impossible nose grind on the bump to ledge. I was like, whoa.
Damn.
They're already going in, dude. Impossible nose.
What park? That park that I skated?
No, you didn't go to this one. PQ Park. It's the best one.
I skated Shaka's Park.
OB, yeah. That one's right by my house. I just don't go.
It's gangster there.
I just don't like it, personally.
It's trannied out, dude. You don't got
kill it. Those dudes.
You don't got no tranny.
I'm trying to go to a skate park that has good ground. That's my thing. I'm not trying to go to a skate park that feels like I'm at a spot.
I've been skating like nothing but transition lately.
That's tight.
It's really fun. I haven't felt like flipping my board very much.
Why? You don't have a
skate park.
You can't.
Do it while I can. I'm 29. I've been doing it forever.
Yeah,
dude.
but I'm saying I just
no, I get scared, dude. I can't be off work. I got bills to pay and shit, you know?
Yeah.
I'm on my feet all day.
Let's talk about Kirby. Taylor Kirby.
Second part.
His second Shep Dogs 5 part. Mike, we talked about this last week. For some reason, I thought his going pro part was last year, but it wasn't that long ago. So
no, not at all.
About that.
No, it was like pretty much right before Jamie Foy.
Yeah, I looked it up. It was 7 months ago, so it was like February. Or wait, no, it was like January, February, March. It was like April, probably.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was like right before Jamie Foy. I remember because in my head I was like, "Yo, they're gonna turn Kirby before Jamie. Like it's Baker, you know what I mean, or Death Wish, whatever, same shit. Like that's just the way they do it. They don't leave people hanging, you know."
Yeah.
Like, there's always an order there.
I still want to know why his pro part was called Shep Dogs 5. I guess maybe he just stacked that much footage for Shep Dogs 5, but that was real.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Riley did.
Yeah, that's true. Riley did have 2 Sheepdogs 5 parts as
And
well.
they definitely skated a lot of the same spots.
Yeah. And most
Which is
notably, they
not a
skated that
problem.
insane curved rail.
Dude, how do you step to that? How do you stay? All right, I'm at the top now. I'm gonna make it to the bottom.
Dude, Kirby got wrecked on the one that he slips out on. He
Yes,
slipped out hard.
bad.
Yeah, I think that was insane.
Dude, those dudes kill themselves, man. That's crazy.
Those dudes are just raw.
hmm I mean, look at the camp they're in, dude. They got standards to live up to. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just ride for Baker or Deathwish and skate fucking 3 stairs.
3 stairs. Well, I don't know if that many pros film at 3 stairs, but maybe.
They skate there all the time.
You don't think anyone on Deathwish would get a trick on a 3 up, 3 down?
Who's doing manuals over there?
Maybe Theotis.
There you go. Thithi. He probably has one there.
Dude, you know a 3 up, 3 down gets killed is that one in New York, like in front of the water that everyone skates?
Yeah, definitely. Dude, you know what I will say is actually how do you feel about that I'm not gonna say how you feel. How much did you like that fucking Taylor Kirby laser flip nose manny?
That was sick.
He did it.
I love how he
perfect.
wrecking ball too.
Uh-huh.
Wrecking
Wax
ball
got
is hilarious.
nothing. Dude,
Dude,
Wax
you know
got
what's
nothing
gnarly?
on that one.
In the Sheepdogs part is that nollie into that huge bank. Like I think it's like under a bridge or something. It's like off a drop into a gnarly bank into a
Yeah, I think I know. Oh yeah, duh, I know what you're talking about. It's like towards I got you.
It is a 6 Smith kickflip too. That trick always looks cool.
I mean, we
also
knew
a spot
5 was going to be fire.
Oh, of course. A spot we've been seeing a lot of recently, I noticed actually. It's somewhere here in San Diego, but I've never gone. It's a gnarly hip, and they go off the hip onto this bar that's on the fence. And they always have to put rocks.
Yeah, everyone's jumping over fences now. It's crazy.
Well, Kirby does tailslide to fakie on this bump to bar. Louie switch crooked it. Zion did that massive kickflip on it as a hip, but I think he maybe grinded the rail too. But that spot's been popping off. Tailslide fakie is gnarly. That thing is huge.
Mm-hmm. The hip looks like a fucking hill, dude.
It's pretty big.
It looks huge.
Well, actually, we're still on Deathwish. Jamie Foy, Deathwish Part 1's rough cut. This was crazy to watch.
I told you it wasn't that rough.
Yeah, he was kind of. I mean, he probably got buckled, but he was kind of.
Yeah, he got buckled a few times, but as far as like the shit that he skates, like
yeah,
it wasn't.
What he's doing, the fact that he's only getting buckled the amount that he is pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We talked about this kind of.
Dude, he was kind of chilling on El Toro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
And he just 50'd that thing, chilling from a feeble second go. That's a wrap.
Like, come on, man.
Let's get out of here before I come back with Ty Evans in front crooked.
Yeah, first try.
First go. I probably most enjoyed out of the whole thing. I really enjoyed watching the kickflip back 50 down the kinker.
Yeah, that's insane.
Just to see the attempts on that. I mean, that's so gnarly that he's getting into that like every go, or at least on the tries they put. But that is just heavy, dude.
That's a really, really intimidating trick on a rail.
Yeah, especially a kinked handrail.
Mm-hmm.
And I still love his heel flip on that bump over bar from that part. That was so cool.
It was a really good one.
It was such a solid heel flip.
I'm glad that those came back, dude. They disappeared for a while.
Yeah, we've been seeing them a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Gillette.
I feel like the fucking awesome kids brought it back.
Which one of them do a heel flip?
All of them. What do you mean?
I'm just trying to think of like a heel flip.
Kel does it really well. He does it on a bump to bump. He does it 2 of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I believe you. I just can't picture him doing a heel flip for some reason. Like I don't remember.
Kel is also a dude. I feel like is not even in his prime yet, and he will be a total legend by the time he's done.
Nikel's pop shove-its are the sickest looking pop shove-its.
Nah, I like Louie's.
It's funny because Louie's look really good too. But I love
Louie's is like
both of them.
I was already
they do them differently. They both can pop them super high. But I just like how Nikel does a little like over shifty type thing and then brings it. But Louie's got stupid pop on them.
And they just like look perfect.
They look sick. When I watched Louie's
I've
part, he
never
pop
pop
shoved
shoved
over
into
that
anything.
white bar. I was like, I want to go do pop shoving.
Dude, I've never shoved over anything. Never in my entire life.
Go blast one next time you're at
Dude,
the
I'll front shove some shit.
All right, then let's see it. I just kidding.
Nah,
You've always
dude,
been
I
front shoving, huh?
don't skate no more, dude. Hate that shit.
What? You're over it. Well, we're already mentioning Louie, so let's get all into it. Louie
Is that the last
Lopez.
thing? Might as well end with Louie,
No, we
dude.
have LSD, but those are the two best ways to finish this
Okay,
thing.
I was gonna say those are the two favorite.
And that, talking about these two things is
Oh
gonna
wait, one more thing. You know what I saw today that I think is like the dopest shit?
What's that?
Children's book.
Mike, you broke up there. You're frozen right now. But I started to hear what you were gonna say, which is that Carl Watson.
Yeah, you just like froze on me too. I don't know what. Oh, here
really?
we go. No, oh shit now.
All right, we'll say it again because you sound good now.
Oh, okay, sick. The Carl Watson children's book illustrated by Henry Jones.
Yeah, super sick.
I am so hyped on that. I think I'm gonna ask for it for Christmas. I think I'm gonna ask for it for Christmas because it's just like I don't know what to ask for. I don't know what to fucking ask for Christmas, dude.
Carl Watson's book, dude.
Yeah, like all my family's calling and texting me today, and I'm like, my answer is like, yeah, can you pay rent? Hey, how about you pay my electric bill? Like, the fuck do I want, dude? Like, what do you buy?
You want this Carl Watson book?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna ask for it. Realistically, I don't really know what else to ask for. Like, I can't.
I saw a lot of people posting.
Like, what do you want, Mike? Oh, $1,000 computer. How about that? Oh, you can't buy me that? Then I don't want shit.
So can we get into Louie now?
Nah.
Not Louie time. Louie Lopez part for Volcom released on Thrasher Mag.
7 minutes.
7 minutes titled West End. He pretty much basically he came out with 2 video parts. So
Anyone Tampa.
That's insane. Well, I'm saying West End is pretty much 2 parts.
Oh yeah.
It's one 7-minute part. And they came out with Spitfire part. One Tampa Pro. He killed it on Thrash and Burn. So I mean, it's a heavy year. But we're gonna. I mean, I'm sure Sodi's gonna come up here any minute. But we're gonna try to keep the Sodi talk minimal because on Friday we're gonna.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about Skate of the Year shit at all until Friday.
We're gonna have a Skate Fillet Sodi special on Friday. Mike and I are gonna break down what the Sodi races look like. And we're gonna have guests.
Be there.
We're gonna have a guest coming in and out over the show.
And we're also gonna be reading comments from you guys
and their opinions.
Mm-hmm.
See what we get going.
I also want to read like viewer recommend or viewer picks.
Oh, who they want? Yeah, who they think's gonna take Sodi?
Yeah, I think that would be sick.
Yeah. Let's get everyone involved.
Get everybody.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say Mike and I have already texted about this. In my opinion,
yeah,
this is the best or my favorite, but I still think it's the best video part of 2017. But
I agree.
It's just insane the whole way through.
I agree.
Right off the bat, he's already going crazy. Everything looks so sick. That lip slide with the whoop-de-woo and the nollie backside flip off. Ooh.
Everything was perfect too. Like there's no bullshit in there at all.
You know what?
Not saying that Louie does that ever, but I'm just saying like it's very like it just blow like everything is just back to back to back to back to back.
His style, the trick selection, his lines flow so good. The manual back 180 and then half cab manual back 3.
That's insane.
What? And the way he back 180 just out of the regular manual looks so sick.
Dude, the back lip back 3.
Yes, a USC gap to ledge. That's crazy. That's gnarly. Not only does it look insanely sick, that thing is gnarly.
It looks so hard. Like that trick,
it's not low. You have to gap over sand to get to the ledge, and you have to gap out over sand to roll away. And he did it perfect.
Over the sand.
Like he could have just done that on a regular ledge, and everyone would have gone crazy. But he did on the USC ledges.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dude, I don't know. The whole thing, the wall ride, that spot next to the beach where Ollie's
Right, Ollie's off the wall.
Yep, and then
That's
alley
crazy.
oop
Like
wall
if
ride,
you
then Ollie
slow that
backfield.
down,
Wait, what trick?
if you slow that one wall ride down where he like literally Ollie's back off the wall because the stair set is so fucking long that he doesn't even necessarily wall ride. He like plants on the wall
With the Thrasher cover?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something else I wanted to point out about that Thresher cover.
I
Yeah,
just
that was
don't get
insane.
it, dude. I don't understand how he just defied
He
gravity like
literally
that.
snapped an Ollie off that wall.
He's like he pops an Ollie off the wall, completely vertical, like with the fucking wall.
It is, yeah, I don't know. But that's what I was talking about. He does a sick wall ride, nollie shove it back into wall ride, and then goes into the bank with.
Oh yeah. Do you think that he was trying to do it back to a wall ride, or you think that just was
Well,
like, fuck yeah?
now that you asked that, let me tell you something. I've actually tried. Okay, one time I was skating a bank to wall, right? I was trying to do a wall ride, nollie shove it just into the bank. I straight up landed back into wall ride, started to come into the bank, and then stuck it. Literally the trick he did in his part, but it was at a skate park. It wasn't a spot.
Yeah.
But I wasn't trying to do that. It kind of just happened. So
that's what I dude. It kind of looks like it just like happened that way, and he was just like extremely talented, so he pulled it off.
But I mean, the way that the board's spinning, it goes towards the wall. So maybe like one try that just kind of happened, and he's like, "Oh, I could probably just do that," and then
I could see that. I could see that for sure.
I don't know. He made it look so sick. I was like, okay, I need to go find a perfect bank to wall.
That's the switch crook on the bump to bar was like insane. That's fucked up.
Oh, the tall one, yeah, and switch crook half cut flip out on the one on the fence that goes
for
up
some reason, dude. It like doesn't look like he's going that fast at it.
I don't know how he did switch crook half cap flip on that thing. That's insane. That's insane. Ridiculous. I mean, the list just goes on. Front feeble on that shootout bar with the.
Oh, here's the thing: is that there's 7 minutes of it.
It's like, dude, that's
like, you know what I mean. That's such an easy part to dissect because everything is good, and it's 7 minutes worth of it.
Cool trick. The last minute, he just goes crazy.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Kick flips off the roof. Hurricane flip out on that.
What'd you think about that first song, dude? I loved it.
I loved both songs. I loved the whole thing.
The second song was dumb. It was like one of those like royalty-free beats, whatever the fuck, dude.
I don't know what it was.
It didn't even seem like a song. It was just like a bunch of noises.
You could do whatever with that footage, and I'm gonna like it. But it worked for me.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But I don't know how he did that hurricane flip out on the bump the bar at the end. And then that's not even his ender.
I mean, he's the shit.
But
yeah, that's not. I was gonna say a hurricane half cab flip. You say that out loud, and like that's not.
And then
trick.
it's not even
not the last trick.
And it's on a massive bank to rail. That's so tall. Right. And if you don't get your truck on, good luck. I don't know how he did it. But you mentioned his wall ride where Ollie's out that Thrasher cover. Did you look at his board in the footage?
My. What's it, a spray painted board?
No, it's not the same board as the photo.
Oh, really?
100% not the same board.
Damn, you may be the only person in skateboarding that noticed that.
Nah, Billy Jackson did too.
Oh, Billy Jackson?
My first shut up. My first watching part, I didn't notice, and believe me, I watched more than once. So I mean, maybe I would have noticed, but all credit to Billy because he texted me after his first watch. He's like, "Did you see the board on the wall ride?" I was like, "Oh no, I didn't. Let me check."
What a fucking nerd.
But I mean, maybe I don't know. We don't know. Maybe maybe they shot the photo, or maybe he did the trick, filmed it, then his board broke, and then set up another one. I have no idea. Regardless, it looks sick, but
somebody asked Louie, let us know.
Well, if someone knows. Yeah, if
somebody asked Louie and just let us know. if you were on that trip, man, let us know. Hit us up.
If you shot that photo. Yeah, so I would love to talk about Sodi right now, but I'm gonna wait 2 days. And then really
better.
Yeah, I'm stoked for that. To wrap this thing up, I'm sure we'll talk about this for a little while. Crooked's full-length video LSD came out online on Monday. They did premieres all over at shops all over. We're looping the video. We're doing a premiere on Saturday and Sunday, which I thought was super sick. I don't really feel like I've seen that happen, at least in a while. with a video. A lot of times videos now either go straight to the internet or are on iTunes. And I thought they did it cool, just kind of to get people to go to the shop and hang out there and support their shop. Was rad.
Which they should be doing anyway.
Yep. And then they put that thing online and let everyone see it.
But Bobby,
And
what about Bobby's inward heel over the bench?
switch inward heel over
Straight.
the bench.
Switch inward heel over the bench, like a straight artist.
Dude.
Good.
Yeah, after he switched trade the first one. Brad Cromer went stupid in this thing.
MVP.
If there's
He
a
wins.
bump over bar out there, you better watch out because he's about to come and kill that thing, dude.
Or a bump over fence.
Dude, his like back when Eddie Late Shove, like big spin thing over that one bump over bar was so sick.
Dude seriously skates so many fucking fences.
Back three over that bump over bar. Tail slide around the curve.
Tray flip with the zip zinger.
I don't know how he impossible out of a tail slide.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I was thinking the same thing when I watched it. I was like, yeah, I bet Grant
how
gets
that
back
is
on this
possible.
one.
I really can't, because I mean you could see someone do a tail slide like big spin shove, or bigger spin, whatever, but it wraps around his foot. You
can. Somebody doing any other trick makes sense.
That does not make any sort of sense.
Wow. And the way that it wraps too, like it wasn't like the shove.
I don't know how he got it to go around his foot.
He's just better than everyone.
He's so good.
Yeah.
It was a great first part.
I definitely feeling of like remember when a few.
Mike, you froze on me again. You started to say remember when a few, and then you just went out. You're frozen. Your face looks funny. But until you come back, I was psyched on his. He skates that blue bump over table at the end. I think there's a little bump in front of it, and he does that sick switch pop shove it, rewinds it in the air. Shout out to Stevie. And Louie actually did a really sick one, like on a hip with a table in his West End part. Pop shove it, reverts it, rewinds it in the air, whatever. But yeah, Cromer, if I had to choose my favorite part in that video, I'd probably give it to Brad. But I'm so psyched on the thing all the way through that it's pretty tough. Gottwig, I was psyched on Gottwig's part. And I think a lot of people, I mean, his name's out there. We've seen Gottwig footage in the past. He does some insane stuff on Instagram, so maybe people have seen him there. But I think this part definitely helped really get his name out there, which is sick because he's well deserving. I personally was psyched on he did 3 tricks in a row over that bump over. It's like a little curb cut over a fire hydrant. That white hydrant, you land downhill, and SF killed that thing. 50-50 kickflip back into 50 on those ledges with the gap was so tight. All right, Medina's back.
My computer killed itself, dude. You guys want to see? Oh, shit.
Your computer's donezo. All right, so what were you saying, Mike? If you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, well, I'm talking about Gottwig now because Gottwig killed it. And then really, I mean, Ronnie had sick stuff. Backside cradle slide on the cradle at Washington Street is out of control. That, I don't know. If you've been to Washington Street, it's just like, how would you touch that?
I wouldn't.
Mike, you should go to Washington Street next time you're in San Diego.
No, I don't do
Mr.
that.
Tranny, I've been skating Tranny. Go to Washington Street. Mike, who would you say your favorite part of that video is in LSD?
Brad Cromer for sure.
Yeah, I said my favorite was Brad, but I mean, legit, I was stoked all the way through. Sibo came through crazy ledge tricks, as you would expect.
A lot of really hard switch tricks.
So many crazy like banks and quarter pipe spots that he kills with like nose blunt variations, and he's flipping out. Big spin front nose slide nollie backside flip. He did that on a different ledge in the flare, but he did it so good. That looked so tight.
That's like a trick that you can do again, and I'm not gonna be mad at you.
Yeah, no one's gonna care. Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, just do it in every part. I just want to keep seeing it.
I'm so bummed that computer died, man.
He killed it. Obviously, you know you're gonna get a good nollie flip out of Sibo. You know something big. You know what's really tight? We've seen this. I always want to see, or maybe not even want to. Always it depends on what it is. But there's so much stuff that goes crazy on Instagram. Everyone's doing whatever trick or quick feed or whatever. It was tight in his part in a line. He just did tray flip, lands, nollie flip immediately. Just because, like, that made me think of Instagram, of like everyone, whatever quick feet stuff on Instagram. But it was sick in his part. I was hyped on it.
I think I can appreciate that quick feet move a lot more than that Instagram shit, though.
I mean, we see him doing it on Instagram all the time, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to me. Oh, wait, this just reminded me. Matt Gottwig, fake Emmanuel. The second he lands, his feet don't move an inch. Frontside half cab flip down the 3-stair was so tight.
Yeah, he's a beast.
So tight.
Mike Anderson went off.
Dude. That pole jam at night was so big. Front shove to Warren, and he like melon grab, yanks it off. So sick.
I closed the doors to this office, and my dog just like busted in here.
And then, I mean, Gottwig's ender, dude. The back lip.
Did I just leave? It just told me I left the call.
Your computer one left. You're good. Brad Kromer actually posted on his story Gottwig back lipping that whole edge at one of the premieres, and I was like, this is just an exact trick that I would love to be at a premiere for, because stuff like that, like when there's so many people in the room, everyone gets stoked on how long that back lip was. It was sick.
Yeah, that the whole reaction at actual video premieres is like the best thing in the world.
Yeah. I have to mention Mike Anderson's massive ollie over to frontside wall ride was.
Oh, right.
As Mike, we were actually talking about this.
I think it's sick that.
Go ahead.
I think it's sick how like the video was released.
Yeah, I think they did it really.
How it was really accessible.
Mike, you just froze again. Hopefully, you'll be back here.
Why am I freezing?
Okay, now you're back. What's up?
This Wi-Fi is ass. I forgot, dude.
What was I gonna? Oh yeah, we were talking last week about Gons.
I noted it,
and it was kind of what we expected. Gons was kind of just throughout the whole thing. I really liked something I was actually stoked on. It's kind of the transitions in between parts. I thought it was cool. I was just like a session on a spot in between each part was so tight. Like in New York, those little colored block things that Kromer was killing. That one ledge that
does he live in New York?
Kromer? No, he lives in I think Long Beach, like somewhere LA area.
He's got that New York style for sure.
He does, dude. He's got stupid pop. And then there was that one session on that ledge. Bobby Warris ollied up and then front three to the street. Gons lip slid the ledge. On that weird little thing in Barcelona, I don't know what it is. That Sibo like launched out of, switch late front shove. Kromer did that.
Yeah, what would you call that?
Dude, it's like
a bump.
I guess, but dude, that thing I don't know how. I don't know. That thing's weird.
Yeah, I feel you. I wouldn't know what to call it either.
I wouldn't know what to do on it other than like roll off of it. That thing's crazy. Yes, I thought that was really sick. Also, Bobby Warris, the way they mixed his HD and VX footage, so sick.
That was interesting. I definitely noticed that.
I think that's been. I mean, it's kind of like always a challenge to mix HD footage and standard def footage. But when they had the shmoo pop up and pull in the frame, I thought it was tight. I haven't even mentioned Bobby's tricks yet. Tailside flip to nose slide to fakie. Dude.
Yeah.
And we got a healthy amount of Bobby Warris tray flips, the best.
I was gonna say we got a bunch of Bobby for sure.
Dude, he killed it. What else? I mean, we already mentioned switch tray, switcher under heel. That line was super rad. Jaquan footage was sick. Obviously, you're going to see him killing Pulaski with the frontside flip, fakie nose grind in the middle of a line. Dude, he went in. It's crazy start to finish. For me,
I was going to say there's no part where it feels like there's like a middle part. Like,
no, not at all.
You know
that
when
whole
you're
thing
in the middle.
on, watch it all the way through. You're going to be like, wow, that video was amazing. And
I think
how did that whole thing already happen? Because you're so
right. And I think it's because Crooked's team has like so much like clout to it. And in that on that team is like No, I mean like every person on that team, like you want to watch their part.
Oh, no, for sure.
Like there's no one on there that's like not already the shit, you know?
Yeah. I don't want to. I don't know how to. I don't want to come off like I'm hating on other full length videos that have come out recently. But to be honest, I have kind of got a feeling from some in the recent past that it was kind of rushed, or like maybe they filmed for it for a couple years, but it looks like a lot of the footage was on the past couple trips or something like
Like what?
that. There's like certain guys in the flare. I kind of got that feeling like this was kind of put together quick.
A lot of people said that video was they felt like it was rushed. You're not the only one to say that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm the only one, and I don't want to sound like I'm hating on it.
No, you already said that you liked it. It's all
But
good.
I did it. It was nice to not have that feeling at all with LSD. I feel like they took their time without footage. I don't know. It didn't feel like I just got a different feeling from it than I've gotten from a lot of the full lengths that have came out in the past year or so. It just felt like they took their time. It was done super well. The skating was obviously amazing, which you're gonna get in every full length video from a board or shoe company, obviously. But I like the editing, the transitions, the song choices all the way through. I thought were super fitting.
Yeah, the music was definitely good.
I backed it. And
There wasn't anything in there that didn't feel like appropriate for the skater.
Yeah. It was
I don't know. I thought it was awesome.
a great full length video.
Who was your favorite part?
Cromer, I think. I'll give it to
Same.
Cromer, but it's hard, honestly. I love the whole.
I liked everyone. I thought Ronnie
Yeah.
Sandoval shit was great.
Ronnie, dude, I really like how Hewitt, like when they're skating that pool, grabs the coping, and then Ronnie hippie jumps him. It was sick.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
And then that nose pick, he launches out of that quarter pipe onto that bar and yanks it back in. That was buck.
It would be cool to do that trick.
I'm sure it would.
Like when people do that trick, it's just like one of those things that's like undeniably badass.
Dude, I like his crook tail grabs. Those look so cool.
Yeah, that's a tight one. I think I like the way Riley does that.
Riley's good at it for sure.
Yeah.
Riley like finger flips out.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah,
I
so
don't know. I think that
I would assume everyone
watch
that's
it.
watching Skate Fillet has probably already seen LSD, but if you needed a reason to go watch it, I think we just gave you a few.
yeah, that shit is great.
Yeah, they killed it.
It's not too long and it's not too short either.
I don't know. I love it. I feel like I've said everything I need to say about it. It's a great video.
Yeah. Yeah, go watch it
Yeah,
there.
get there.
And I'll see you on Friday.
Yep, that's it for our topic list for this week. We will be back in 2 days. Friday, we're probably going to be live at 10 a.m. again.
Get all your
Pacific
Saudi
Standard
predictions
Time.
ready.
Skate Fillet Sodi special. Guests throughout the show. We'll make a post on Instagram so you guys, all the viewers, can get involved. Let us know who they think should win or who they want to win or their favorite part of the year. Whatever. So we'll be back on Friday. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Love you.